She gave her last plate of food to a crippled beggar on the streets of Lagos, not knowing he was a billionaire in disguise. The traffic lights at Ojuelegba turned red, and the usual chaos filled the air. Bus conductors yelling, street hawkers weaving between cars, horns blaring like angry drums. Everyone was in a rush, eyes cold, wallets clutched tightly. But on the pavement sat an old man, legs twisted, clothes filthy, hands trembling as he held out a rusty tin. Hundreds passed. No one stopped. Until Chioma did. Chioma wasn't rich. She sold jollof rice from a wooden stand nearby. Life was survival. Her rent was overdue. Her younger brother depended on her, and sometimes she went to bed with an empty stomach. Yet when she saw the man's hungry eyes, she couldn't just walk by. She set down her tray, walked up to him and said, "Papa, are you hungry?" "Wait, I'll bring you food." She returned with her best plate, smoky jollof, chicken, and fried plantain, food she could have sold for good money. She placed it in his hands. The old man's voice cracked as he asked, Why give me this?" Chioma smiled faintly. "Because hunger doesn't know rich or poor." The days that followed, she kept feeding him. Some nights, when she barely made enough, she would still pack something for him, even if it meant eating nothing herself. Other sellers mocked her. "Chioma, you dey craze. You think beggar fit pay you back? Na Lagos we dey. Every man for himself." She ignored them. Every evening she still found him at the same spot, and every evening she brought him food and water. Sometimes she even gave him sachets of pure water from her own bucket. And every time the old man whispered, "You are richer than you think, my daughter." Chioma would chuckle. "Me? Rich? Abeg, I can't even pay an EPA bill." But he would just smile and say nothing. Then one day, he vanished. The corner where he always sat was empty. Chioma asked around, but no one had seen him. Days turned into weeks. She feared he had died quietly on the streets, like so many others in Lagos. Life moved on. The city never waits. Until one hot afternoon, a convoy of sleek black SUVs rolled up in front of her jollof stand. The crowd gathered instantly, people craning necks, whispering. From one of the cars, a man in a tailored white caftan stepped out, rolling in a gold-trimmed wheelchair. Chioma froze. It was him, the beggar. But not the same. His hair was neatly cut, his skin glowing, his presence commanding. Guards surrounded him, cameras flashed, and the crowd buzzed. He raised his hand for silence. "My name is Chief Adewale Aluko. Years ago, I built businesses across Africa, and by God's grace, I am a billionaire. But money can blind you to the truth of people's hearts. So I disguised myself, crippled, in rags, to test humanity." He turned, his gaze locking on Chioma. Thousands saw me. They spat, they mocked, they ignored. Only one woman stopped. Only one fed me. Not once, but every day. Her name is Chioma. Gasps erupted. Heads turned to her small jollof stand. Some of the same sellers who mocked her now hid their faces. The billionaire continued, voice breaking. "She gave from her nothing. She gave what she could not spare. And in her, I saw true wealth," he pointed to her. "From today, Chioma is my adopted daughter. Her debts will be cleared, her business will be expanded, and she will help me build a foundation to feed the hungry across Lagos." The crowd roared. Some shouted in disbelief, some in awe. Chioma fell to her knees, trembling, tears streaming. "But, Papa, why me?" Chief Adewale wheeled closer, his eyes soft. "Because when the world saw a beggar, you saw a man. And when Lagos measured wealth in money, you measured it in kindness." That was the day Chioma's life turned around. Her wooden jollof stand became a chain of restaurants. Her brother went to the best schools. Her mother's hospital bills disappeared. But she never forgot Ojuelegba. Every evening, she returned to that same traffic light. Not to sell food anymore, but to hand out free meals to the homeless. And whenever people asked why, she would smile and say, "Compassion never makes you poor. In fact, it is the greatest wealth."